Spain, that state in southwestern Europe, is bathed by both the Atlantic Ocean in the west and the Mediterranean Sea. Occupying most of the Iberian Peninsula, Spain is like a small continent of 500,000 square kilometers. It is a semi-federal state divided into 17 autonomous communities, a country of the European Union with a patchwork of possibilities. There isn't just one Spain, but several. Getting lost in the village neighborhoods of the capital, plunging into the burning Andalusian countryside, wandering over ochre paths in the Extremadura, being immersed in Catalonian lifestyles and traditions. This is how a travel would uncover one of the oldest stories in the world, while meeting people with a strong identity. Spain had been a colonial empire. Since the end of the Franco regime, the country has experienced a revival with rapid modernization and sometimes distress due to the unstable world economy. The peninsula may be well known to tourists, especially those from misty northern countries. Catalonia is a Spanish autonomous community in the northwestern corner of the Iberian Peninsula, stretching from the Pyrenees to the Mediterranean, clamoring for independence. Bordering the Mediterranean, Barcelona is one of Spain's most attractive and cosmopolitan cities, the political and intellectual capital of Catalonia, prized for its colors, energy, and nightlife. In Barrio Gatico's medieval alleyways, on the Rambla and Catalunya Square, modernist villas, mosaics, and Gothic arches set the tone. This metropolis, called the City of Gaudi, uncovers more trip after trip. Visitors can't get enough of it. Bit by bit, they immerse themselves in this amazing city and discover a people proud of their culture, their traditions, their autonomy, and of course their language, Catalan. Juan Figueres was born in Tarragona in southern Catalonia. Today, he lives in Barcelona with his family. This beautiful Catalonian city is his home and his source of inspiration. At his own pace, Juan soaks up atmospheres and traditions and creates a very personal body of work about an astonishing sport and local customs that incites passions.
What I like most of Barcelona is the sea. Having the sea so close to me, I think it's something that I will miss if I wouldn't have it. Sometimes I have some time in between photo shoots and I can go have a swim, relax a little bit and go back. I've been living here in Barcelona in the Gothic Quarter, right in the center, since 6 years. I think Barcelona has everything that a big city needs to have in a very short place. It's everywhere very walkable. That's the very high point of Barcelona. Nice weather, of course, gastronomy, but the fact that you can go almost everywhere by walk, it makes you enjoy much more than if you have to go everywhere by metro, train, any transportation in another city. So that's why I think Barcelona is so special also. I like getting lost in the Gothic Quarter, the Jewish Quarter, which is inside the Gothic Quarter. Little narrow streets, little coffee places, squares, hidden. I find my soul when I get lost. I think when you observe is once you are starting to understand everything, because sometimes, especially in this world where we are living, is everything goes so fast. So you arrive to a place, you take some pictures, then you go.
At his own pace, Juan soaks up atmospheres and traditions and creates a very personal body of work about an astonishing sport.
Human towers are very Catalan, 250 years old tradition, but also the nest of this tradition is in my province, in Tarragona. So I grew up seeing these constructions. But then when I became a photographer, I thought I had to do something unique because that's my life project, human towers. Because no matter how many times you see, you want to portray it and more and more and more, because each construction is different, and every time that it happens, they are transmitting something else. It's very inclusive. Guys, you can come, you can be part of it. It's about effort, it's about getting up. It's about, sometimes you have to create some things and you have to put a lot of effort. Sometimes you fail, you will have a failure in lives, a lot of failures, but you have to wake up. That's human towers. The values that we are sharing with that. Sometimes they need 1,000 people to construct a whole structure, which is crazy to organize this. So it's somehow very modernist because it's structural, but it's beautiful. So this combination, it's very Catalan. You know, the modernist style that Gaudi showed us, it's very integral because you can see a structural thing, but you can see beauty on it. Gaudi, I think it's what we all want to be as Catalan. He is everything. It's impossible to understand Barcelona without the work of Gaudi. Gaudi shaped and placed Barcelona in the map. Gaudi was just a genius. What he created in the 19th century without computers, it's just amazing. The rounded line is much more important than the straight line because modernism is life, is nature, our colors, it's very Mediterranean. He was a good observer because he was observing life before even being an artist, because he was a sick boy and the doctor recommended him to walk a lot, to breathe properly, so he missed a lot of classes. He was observing. He was all the time observing. For me, it's very important to transmit the culture. Culture makes us free. I think it's very important. It's not only about pictures.
For visitors passing through, Juan suggests immortalizing their trip with a special guided tour through one of the city's neighborhoods. It becomes a fun photo shoot, an unusual experience that Pilar and Balthazar try out in the heart of the Barrio Gótico.
Luz, detalles y altura, ¿sí? Un poco para contrarrestar el románico, que era justamente lo contrario. Podemos ver la luz perfectamente aquí que entra a través de estos grandes ventanales. La altura lo podemos ver bastante bien también desde aquí, es una buena perspectiva. Y luego tenemos las gárgolas, que es básicamente el detalle más representativo del gótico porque es funcional y decorativo. Saca el agua acumulada cuando llueve y también lo protege de los malos espíritus. Para hacer una foto así bonita, en plan su mano ahí y a lo mejor la tuya ahí, por ejemplo, para crear algo también diferente y bonito. Muy bien, chicos. Ahora mismo estamos ya en el Born. Esto es el Born, la esencia del Born. De hecho, esta es la calle principal que nos lleva y nos comunica lo que era la ciudad.
Born neighborhood, it's so special because it's so artisans. There are so many graffitis and you can see the mix between old and new.
Pero aquí la curiosidad básicamente es que debajo de este puente hay una calavera. En la época medieval había algunas cárceles aquí dentro. Los prisioneros, el último camino que hacían en vida era este. Entonces aquí se acercaban un poco a la muerte. porque esta es una de las calles principales, el Decúmanus Maximus y el Cardo Maximus, ¿sí? Entonces, al final de esta calle hay una puerta de entrada, ahí es donde los colgaban.
Every tour I do, every photo shoot I do, it's like it would be the last one. Today we have a couple, they are dancers, so that's an information that for me is very valuable, because if I don't get that information, all the photo shoots will always look the same. I always try that they explain who they are. They are gonna tell me their stories. Because if I don't understand who they are, I cannot be able to portray them as I should and show their souls.
There are 1,000 ways to explore Barcelona. Visitors become enchanted by an entirely Mediterranean rhythm